If your baby pulls up and immediately sits back down, or won't let go of your hands, or cries when you try to help them practice, if standing time feels like a battle, you're missing these key strategies that make it actually fun for both you and your baby. If you're new to my channel, my name is Charrett Gordon. I've been a pediatric physical therapist for over 25 years. I show proactive parents like you how to use simple touch and movement to help your baby catch up and move ahead. The last episode, we talked about standing or pulling to standing and being able to master that part of this whole standing and cruising. And today we're going to be talking about standing, bearing body weight, and then cruising side to side using furniture for support in preparation for going ahead and actually starting to walk. You can see I have him standing here, and I like to let babies stand and bear their body weight for as long as they can stand there. At this point, baby should be able to stand for about 5, 10 minutes. Now, if you notice what I'm doing here, I am using my hands to straighten his knees because he's not very stable at this point. I'm just getting him used to pulling himself up and actually standing. And so you can see I have him standing, and I just want him to take his weight for as long as possible. I would say shoot for being able to go for about 5 to 10 minutes a day. Now, once baby is able to stand in this position, some babies are going to automatically start trying to move. Some babies, like this one here, you can see that he's getting tired, and I have to cue him to actually go ahead and move on to step 2, which is to just lean to one side while reaching for a toy. You can see he is very wobbly, and so I have to be right there to support him. I'm trying to see if I can cue him to go ahead and bear his weight on his legs and stand. And these are some of the issues you are going to wind up running into when you first start trying to get your baby up. You can see him there. He's trying to take some steps sideways. Notice I am very careful to be close to him while he's actually standing and trying to move, because I can see just how wobbly and unstable he is. In the beginning, if you start off practicing with your baby and you do 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes of standing before you feel like your baby is ready to start moving on, leaning to the side and doing what we like to call a reach and lean, then you're totally fine doing that. Go nice and slow with your baby. That is the first part, just standing, leaning on the couch, and just holding on there. This is him on the couch again, and I have him sitting on my knee. I'm going to have him come up into standing and then go ahead and start actually trying to reach for a toy sideways. As he's leaning sideways, just go ahead and shift his body weight from one side to the next, just to shift his center of gravity from down in between his legs off to one side. You can see I have him standing here, and I'm using my thumbs in his buttocks and my fingers on his knees to cue him to actually reach and lean. And some babies will go ahead and start doing those early stepping sideways. And what I wanted you to see here is just how careful I am with him, where you have to sit. If you sit behind your baby, you can have your baby go ahead from the time they come up into standing. If they are ready to move their feet and start taking those steps sideways, then absolutely go ahead and do that. Now, part 3 coming up next is what I like to call assisted stepping sideways or assisted side stepping. As your baby starts to try to move their legs, you might need to take baby's leg and move baby's legs under them so the baby does not lose their balance. Some babies will just take the side lean and keep leaning and not pay any attention to their legs. So in the beginning, you may have to move your baby's legs for them. And don't worry, this is just a normal part of the process where you will move baby's legs, or you can position your hands on baby's hips, shift baby's body weight using your hands on baby's hips. Obviously, that's not what's happening right now because he took his hands completely off the couch. And that's part of the process. It's just having fun with your baby, having your baby standing, bearing their body weight twisting their trunk side to side and really shifting their body weight around as they are getting the hang of this whole standing thing. You can see I have him standing on the couch. This is after a couple of days of practice, and I have him standing. He's standing a little bit more stable. And now we're going to start working on him just being able to move his body side to side. So this is actually tip number 5, where I have him cruising. He's gotten quite a bit better. And now he's going to be cruising around an inside corner because this challenges his balance even more. Now, as you notice, these activities are increasing in level of difficulty. It's important that you take it one step at a time. And just as your baby builds up their confidence and gets better and better at this, then we can go ahead and have baby cruising around using inside corners. This is him cruising. We already went around the inside corner, and now he's on the other side. Every now and again, you might have baby reach down to the ground, pick something up from the ground, and try to come back up into standing. As you practice with baby, let him wobble around and move his own center of gravity, move his legs, get the hang of what it is that you're trying to get him to accomplish. And you just keep on playing with him, use a lot of toys, use a lot of motivation to try to get baby to do what you want him to do. You'll notice he is not crying, he's not fussing, he's just up there hanging out, going after my glasses case, going after all the things that I have on the couch for him to play around with, and he's having a good time as he's doing this. You don't need any kind of special equipment, just toys and furniture, and you can go ahead and rock and roll and move around with your baby. Have a good time, move side to side using the couch, go around those corners. I like using the inside corner. That's fantastic practice for baby, rotating their body weight side to side and moving and developing the confidence to actually move while they're playing. So those are your 5 tips that I wanted to share with you to help you get your baby to move from once they pull up. Stick around, continue watching me for tomorrow's episode. Look out for tomorrow's episode where we're going to move from cruising side to side to using the walls for support, using your hands to help your baby take those initial steps, and to actually move towards independent walking. Okay? If you got value from this episode, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with anyone else whose baby might be struggling to move, and I will see you in tomorrow's live.